Hi, welcome back to our class. Today, we will discuss another new topic. In the previous class, we discussed about the dispositions of army. It mainly talked about the theories such as when to attack or defense. However, it didn't teach you how to attack and how to defend. So, in this chapter, forces, we will discuss on how to attack and defend. Forces are categorized into two methods, internal and external methods. For internal, Sun Wu talks about the management, how to manage such huge numbers of the troops. When you can manage the internal matter well, you can be rest assured with fighting with your enemy. While for external, Sun Wu suggested that in the fighting process, there are only two methods, direct and indirect strategies. How to use it? Don't worry, we will discuss later accordingly with various business examples. First of all, we will talk about internal strategies. How to manage the troops, especially during the ancient time. When leading the troops for fighting, it was not like 100 or 1,000 people. It was like 10,000 or 100,000 of people. Imagine that. How to manage them? So, as Sun Tzu said, to manage a large force is similar to managing a small force. It is a matter of organization and structure. As we know that every organization has their own organization structure. Everyone has a responsibility and someone to report to. Now, let us see why organization structure is so important. Organizational structure is particularly important for decision making in achieving goals and results. Most companies either have a tall or flat organizational structure. Small companies usually use a flat organizational structure. For example, a manager can report directly to the upper level people, and flat structures enable small companies to make quicker decisions, as they are often growing rapidly with new products and need this flexibility. While large organizations often have many tiers of management. As a small organization grows, it can decide to add more management level. Roles become more defined. Therefore, it is important to know which people oversee certain functions. However, reporting relationships must be clear, so all members of the organization understand what their responsibilities are and know to whom they are accountable. These clear relationships make it easier for managers to supervise those in lower organization levels. Each employee benefits by knowing whom they can turn into direction or help. In addition, managers are aware of who is outside the scope of their authority, so they do not overstep their bounds and interfere with another manager's responsibilities. Business requires structure to grow and be profitable. Designing an organizational structure helps top management identify talent that needs to be added to the company. Planning the structure ensures there are enough human resource within the company to accomplish the goals set forth in the company's annual plans. It is also important that responsibilities are clearly defined. Each person has a job description that outlines duties, and each occupies its own positions on the company organizational chart. Organizational structure also allows for the change of command. Department leaders are in charge of delegating tasks and projects to subordinates so the department can meet project deadlines. In essence, organizational structure fosters teamwork, where everyone in department works towards a common goal. Therefore, without a formal organizational structure, employees may find it difficult to know who their officials report to in different situations. And it may become unclear exactly who has the final responsibility for what? Organizational structure improves operational efficiency by providing clarity to employees at all levels of a company. By paying mind to the organizational structure, departments can work more like well-oiled machines, focusing time and energy on productive tasks. A truly outlined structure can also provide a roadmap for internal promotions, allowing companies to create solid employee advancement tracks for entry-level workers. Sun Tzu believed that through the group practice of teamwork and empowerment, it could make the whole management and controlling process become smoothly and efficiently. Teamwork doesn't have to exist only in big or international companies. Smaller organizations and businesses benefit when individual team members cooperate with each other, setting and reaching units and individual goals. Take teamwork lessons from nature and from the experiences of others and begin working together. I believe that not only will each member of your team benefit individually, but your entire team or whole organization's performance will see increased results. Through teamwork, you can solve a lot of difficulties which you can't overcome by you individually and can achieve more than individual efforts. While empowerment is the process of giving greater responsibility to everyone that works for an organization. It literally means giving power to make decisions. Empowering members of an organization is a tremendous motivational tool because they feel that they are contributing through their own initiative to improving performance and achieving better results. Companies reap the benefits of empowerment when they abandon the traditional top-down control-based management model and adopt an involvement models that engage every employee in strategic thinking and provides them with resources and opportunities to provide their best work output. So, we found that empowerment could bring the benefit to the organization as below. The first benefit of an empowered company is better customer service. When you have employees that know and share your company visions and are truly engaged and view themselves as integral parts of the organizations, they are capable of making decisions and doing whatever it takes to make the customer a happy customer. They treat their customer as their own and recognize for themselves and the organizations to be successful, they need to attract and retain customers. The second benefit of empowering employees at your company is increased productivity. If employees know what is expected and have the authority to make decisions, then timelines are met and tasks are completed. Think about how many times you have heard someone say, "I need to have this approved from my boss." This can take minutes, hours, even days. However, if an employee is empowered and has the authority, they can make the decisions and keep the work moving forward. The third benefit, empowered employees identify sources of waste and opportunities for increased value. When an employee is empowered within an organization, they feel accountable and responsible for the success of the organizations. The empowered employees is much easier to bring to light issues around waste in the production of a product or services. And their proximity to the production makes them perfect candidates to provide feedback on areas that can provide enhanced value for your customer and company. As we know, companies that have an employee empowerment culture usually surge ahead of their competitors and become industry leaders like Xerox and 3M. Employee empowerment has played a crucial role in these recognizable organizations. First, Xerox. Xerox is a good example of how employee empowerment has pushed the company ahead. Xerox considers and empowers employees as someone who can do what is needed, subject only to the boundaries of moral, ethics, law, process capability, and price exposure, and without fears of reprisal for making a mistake. The company provides line-of-sight training to employees to make them realize how their roles fit into upstream and downstream activities. It also has developed an extensive artificial intelligence process that share knowledge and floor-level experience across the board. The company also undertakes surveys on employees and customers to determine the state of empowerment achieved and recognize achievements. Such initiatives have helped Xerox maintain its positions as an $15.7 billion leader in document technology business for close to 100 years. Second, 3M, the Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company. 3M owes much of its success to empowering employees. The company promotes empowerment by spending lavishly on research and development, encouraging technical employees to spend 15% of their work time on research projects of their choice and promoting a culture of cooperations that transcends departments' boundary. The result is spades of innovative products such as Post-it notes, which bring more than $100 million of revenues into the company every year and routinely increases production gains many times over. The company reinforces the drive to innovate by celebrating and recognizing employees. A careful analysis of successful corporations revealed that most of them have self-managed work teams, empowered to do what is required. Such self-direct teams are usually twice as productive compared to conventional control teams. Empowered teams, for instance, achieve inventory level reduction of $6 million a year at Johnson & Johnson and cut service error by 13% at Federal Express. Such empowered teams are also a critical component of the popular Toyota production system, which has propelled the company to its current position as the market leader in the automobile segment. Next, Sun Tzu revealed that to direct and control a large force is similar to directing and controlling a small force. It is a matter of formations, communications, and signal. So, in ancient time, how did they instruct their orders and have them reach accurately to the frontline soldier? It was based on their formations. In ancient time, they used flag or banner and drums to deliver their instructions and signal. So, the medium of communication was essential to accurately pass the message from the general to every troops. So like today, in a workplace, communication is still an essential tool for success. Sometimes, if messages are misunderstood, it could cause a big problem. In the business world, good communication is important for the daily operations of the company, but can also affect sales and profitability. Without good business communications, the internal and external structures of the business can face numerous challenges that can ultimately lead to its demise. First, workplace communications improve worker productivity. Research has shown that effective lateral and workgroup communications leads to an improvement in overall company performance. It has also been discovered that employees who were graded as highest in production had received the most effective communications from their superiors. Second, workplace communication can increase employees' job satisfaction. Employees feel empowered if they are able to have upward communications. This type of communication is when information flows upward in an organization and usually consists of feedback. If bosses or managers are able to listen to employees and respond, this leads to an increase in employee job satisfaction. In addition, employees are also happy if there intense downward communications, which is information flowing down from superiors or managers to direct reports. Third, workplace communications can also have a positive effect on absenteeism and turnover rates. Communication flows is very important to workers. Employees have to feel secure that they are receiving truly and updated information from superior. They also want to have an ability to share ideas, thoughts, and concerns within the organizations. Studies have shown that even after a layoff, companies that have excellent communications are able to retain the surviving employees. Whether you are running a small startup business or a worldwide enterprise, fostering effective communication is critical to success. No company can succeed long-term if its workers do not communicate with one another. And this lack of communications will quickly become evident in the form of missed appointments, disjointed meetings, and wasted time. Fortunately, companies have a number of technological tools at their disposal to create an arena where open and honest communication is valued and respected. For instance, the internet has allowed geographically dispersed teams to virtually meet from anywhere in the world. Conference calling, video conferencing, email, cloud computing, Skype, and instant messaging have flattened the world. Additionally, with social networking sites like LinkedIn, businesses can connect to an even larger business network. The result is greater productivity and a wider blend of talents, abilities, and viewpoints. In the same ways that technology has allowed for collaborations beyond geographical borders, technology has also reduced the barriers to entering markets around the world. This allowed buyers and sellers from around the world to connect and do business. Another thing that is no secret that social media is transforming the way people communicate in today's workplace. As more and more companies are releasing the value of engaging their employees online, social media is quickly becoming a preferred way of increasing knowledge sharing, encouraging teamwork and collaboration, and adding values to the employee experience. To this effect, many businesses and organizations are using social media tools like forums, blogs, and social networks to enable their staff and stakeholders to converse, collaborate, and connect. Using social media as part of your internal communication plans has a number of benefits. One of that is companies are able to have real-time, authentic conversations with employees. Plus, the very nature of social media means that everyone can participate in discussions, allowing communications to flow from the top down, bottom up, even from the side to side. If you are part of a global company, it also means that you can connect with people all over the world on a more involved level than just email and phone. Thanks to the picture profile and forum features available on tools like Facebook and MySpace. Business communication can also be extended to link with an organization's customers. It is because in this 21st century, communication model is all about experiences. When consumers could feel it, use it, experience it, then they will share their experiences in social media. If organizations could provide and monitor the experiences, it could build a close relationship between your company and customers. It is the booming trend in today's business environment. Okay, that's all for today's class. We will continue forces for external in the next class. Thanks. See you next time.